Sixtures. I hope that the mocks went well for you and you managed to get a bit of a rest and didn't panic too much over the midterm. Anyway, they're done. I have half them corrected, been a bit busy over the last couple of weeks, and I am on paternity leave because of the new Baba. So I'm not in this week and I'm not in next week, right? Obviously, we can't afford to kind of sit back, and we got to get the mocks fully corrected and get our last topic that we're really interested in done and dusted and out of the way. So basically, you're going to do what we would be doing anyway, right? I am actually in on Thursday morning and to meet the inspector who's coming in to look at the science, and I will bring the mocks in with me and I'll give some to you then, and at that point I'll actually give you the marking scheme. So basically this Thursday and next Monday, that will be all to do with mock corrections and so on and so forth. And then as you find bits that you're struggling with on Thursday, I'll make videos about them over the weekend, so you have the whole thing done and corrected by Monday week. So forget about the mocks for the moment. If you go into our normal Schoology course and you go to our 6th year chemistry and you into your folders, and we finished, our last thing was water, but down here you have our last organic, our third organic chapter, and this is all about, you remember that sheet? It looks like a spider diagram, and you had alcohols and aldehydes and ketones. Find it, take it out, leave it beside you for the duration of this topic, and the whole topic is about that. And in here is our last couple of experiments together as well, and we will do them in 2 weeks' time. When we come back, you can do all the groundwork, all the base work. This is very nice in that there's no real calculations in it. It's just figuring out how. So we know about aldehydes and we know about ketones, but how do we go between aldehydes to ketones, and from carboxylic acids to alcohols, and so on and so forth. And what I'm giving you here now is a choice. Is that you, between now, Monday, Tuesday, and maybe one class next week, you're going to make your notes on this topic, on the theory parts of it. So in here, you can choose whichever way suits you. I'll show you this website here first. We've used this a couple of times. It's called the Conical Flask. If you go into theconicalflask.ie, go into chemistry, and it's the last one down here, types of reactions. So we've done fuels and heats. We've done families of organic compounds, so that was the aldehydes, the ketones, and so on. And this is the last bit, is how you convert between them. So down here, you have the slides for types of reactions in organic chemistry, and you can go through them and make your notes based on this, and it has a couple of nice little videos in there as well. And they're called mechanisms of reaction. So if you want to go between say ethane and chloroethane, so you're just adding a chlorine, it's just the steps involved from going from one thing to the next. It's like in biology where you have photosynthesis and you have things like the Krebs cycle. How do you go from turning glucose into carbon dioxide and water? So you can do it like that through using conicalflask.ie if you want. If you don't fancy that, or you can use this instead. So not as well, but instead. This is the PowerPoint that I would have used with you. I would have went through it in class. So the types of reactions in organic chemistry. And it goes through exactly the same stuff. Slightly more slides because you have more types, different types of reactions. And then it goes in, like I was saying to you there, there's your methane, add your chlorine, and it just goes through all the different steps of step 1, step 2, step 3. There's stage 1, stage 2, and so on. And you can make your notes from that. If you want to go on a more summarized note, we have our normal summary document here, which is, you've seen these, we have one of these in every folder for every topic, and you can make your notes from that. It'll pop up there now in a second, I would imagine. There it is there, and it kind of goes in, it gives you your learning outcomes, what you need to know, and then it goes through it step by step, and you'll see the first thing on it there is your step by step. There's your ethene again, and there's your chlorine. Basically, you're adding on your chlorine to your ethene, or adding on your H2 to your ethene, and then it will give you the steps underneath there, step 1, step 2, and so on. So you can use that one. So you have 3 choices there of how are you going to make your notes in your copy on this topic. And I put in some questions there just to show how important organic is, because the organic experiment is going to be question 2. So it's either going to be ethene or ethine or clove oil or soap, or one of the last three that we have to do before Easter as a group, and that will be question 2 out of the way. It will also be question 6, like question 6 in your mocks, like question 6 in last year's Leaving Cert, like question 6 in the next Leaving Certs for the next 50 years. You saw it in the mock, and it will be the same, fuels and heats and reactions. And question 8 we can't do yet, but you'll see there you will be able to do question 8 by the time we get to the end of this topic. So your job for Monday and your job for Tuesday is to use either one of these or the notes on the conical flask. I don't want you to do the questions yet. We'll do the questions together after we've done the experiments. So no need to do the organic questions here. You're just spending Monday and Tuesday. It's a big task because it's quite a long topic. So, but I want you to work hard. Use the couple of hours to get the notes done and dusted, because that's what takes the time, is me going through it and through it and through it and through it. There'll be 1 or 2 difficult bits on the mechanism that you might not be sure of. You have my email, or you can wait until I come back and I will explain that to you. And then we can look at organic as a whole once we finish this. And on this day, 2 weeks, we will do a week of experiments, and that will be our last topic done, unless somebody insists on doing chemical equilibrium, but you might not. Okay, and I will see you on Thursday. I'll drop in your mocks, and then I'll post the marking scheme for the mock here, and you can check your results and how you got on, and we'll have a chat about levels and all that after that. Okay, thanks guys, have a great week, and I will see you on Thursday.